Hi everyone, this is Mo from MR Productions Vision, and I've got Mr. Onyx Phillips Price here in the studio, and I'm very glad to have him here. We've been working on a lot of projects, and I would like to just to know more about you and let everybody know who is Mr. Onyx.
So in our country, we say our family name, Phillips. So it'll be Onyx Price Phillips. Maybe I'm a bit jumpy about that Onyx Price Phillips because you said Onyx Phillips Price.
Right.
Doesn't matter. I know
Okay.
people make that mistake anyway because this is the way in the GCC. I've been here for 17 years and they say Mr. Onyx instead of Mr. Phillips.
So I made you an Arab.
You turned me into an Arab, which
Not
is
bad,
nice,
not bad,
which is
not
okay.
bad.
It's okay.
So tell me more about you.
I'm a keyboard player. I play music. I sing a bit, and this is my life. This is my mission in life: is to play music and entertain people, and to heal people and uplift them, and play whatever I need to play for them. I'm not bound to specifically playing one thing, because I love all types of music. So this is my mission. This is my idea, my life.
So
My calling.
Basically, we can say music is life, and you like to connect to people.
I like to connect to my creator first, and then to people, because that's my source. I started as a church organist at the age of 12. So, I used to. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our hands to bear. That type of thing. I started playing. I didn't start playing like that exactly, but that's where I started playing in the church at the age of 12 after being baptized, and then I became a church organist, held the post as that. So that's my start of my journey.
Right.
But before that, I used to play a lot in the street and visit my neighbors who had pianos and played. And I had a guy who was a church organist to play Love Story, and I watched him play, and he played. And I ran outside and I drew the piano notes on the wall, and I started playing with my fingers as where the notes were.
Right.
Trying to remember and capture what I saw him play, like kind of a photograph, a snapshot. And wherever I could find a piano, I'd try and play the same thing. So I thought, wow, this is actually something exciting to do, as a 10-year-old kid. And that started me off. My father actually inspired me. My father could play a bit, so he actually prompted me to start taking lessons. As to which I said to him, look, you got to buy a piano because we don't have a piano in the house. And my father thought about it for a month, and I decided that I was going to make a deal with him. And at the age of 11, I thought, this is where my deal-making, haggling scheme started. I thought where my father would only buy me a piano for all the birthdays till I was 21. So this was a deal like, if you buy the piano, I gotta learn to play, because that was the deal between me and him. And I'm grateful to my Heavenly Father for that deal.
It was a great deal. You see you right here now in the Gulf.
Yeah, it's like, phew, it's like I don't know how to put it. It's like yesterday I was here and I started playing the day before yesterday. So I feel very blessed. I feel, phew, it's like a gift given to me. And if I think of the way I learned to play, with classics first, and the teachers I had in my street, I think it was a good start to start with classics. Teaching how to play your fingering properly. things like that, you know. Play your scales properly, learn proper hand independence, left, right hand independence to help you. And
very,
this is
very versatile.
Yeah. So I start playing everything. I start playing Richard Clayderman, I start playing Mozart, Bach, I start playing hymns, I start playing a bit of jazz, a bit of Latin music, you know. And in that way I developed to play all types of music. I thought I'm not going to restrict myself to only playing one type of music, only classics or only jazz.
That's what I thought, because I was going to ask you, were you limited when your father told you to learn the piano, like only gospel or only church music and no...
Yeah, this was his
secular
vision. He wanted me to be a church organist.
Okay, so you picked everything.
As a teenage, as an adolescent, I looked at everything in the world, because he took me to concerts. He took me to other churches that had weddings, and as to watch specifically guys playing, you know, as to play the Seikabosi. There's kind of a dance sort of music in our country, like a saki music. So I picked up from a young age by looking and listening. And although his idea was to keep me as a church organist, I saw it differently. I thought, wow, that one plays nice, that one plays nice. I want to play like that one. I want to play like a guy later on. When I turned 17, I listened to Ramsey Lewis, and I thought, wow, this guy plays everything. You know, he plays jazz, he plays fusion, he plays classics, he plays blues stuff, he plays fusion, you know. You know, stuff like that. As I was a teenager, I still think, wow, that's really cool playing, like Joe Sample and Ramsey Lewis. I bought those albums, you know. This is a Joe Sample piece. You know, so little stuff, little here, little bit here, little bit. And I thought, wow, I think my mind is kind of tuned into all type of stuff. So I felt there's no limit in music. With all due respect to other musicians who specifically only do Latin and jazz and only do blues, and I think they also try to cross all those barriers. And I started off playing all that stuff. And therefore, when I played in venues where there was a mixed audience, they come from Europe, or come from Africa, or come from Asia, or come from South America, I was kind of ready, because I chose a little bit of everything and didn't, like a master of everything and, no, what's the saying? It's not a master of none, master of everything and master of none. Wow.
Right.
A little bit of, you know.
A little bit of everything.
So I like everything. I like gospel music. I like vocal choirs, you know. This one song we always have in our church, sang by Take Six. The song really calms me down. This is one of the first hymns that I played. It's called There Is a Quiet Place. This is the underscore of my life. Besides the now latest favorites like Sailing and Moon River. Those are the songs I grew up. But this song has a deep spiritual sense for me, because that's where I started.
Attached to you.
Yeah. It's always been my go-to song when I want to really just calm down and get everything in perspective. It says, there is a quiet place, far from that rapid pace, where God can soothe your troubled mind. Then from that quiet place I go to prayer place. Ooh, I forget the words. Then from that quiet place I go prepare to face a new day, a love for all mankind. Love for all mankind. You know, that song sticks very. So wherever I go and I play the song, I feel connected to people and first to God. It's a
Beautiful.
It's a good.
Well
So
said.
music does a lot for me. Not only supports me as a family guy, but it really helps my soul,
They
my
say it's
spirit.
a blessing to be a musician.
It's a blessing to be a doctor or a lawyer. I think we all need these gifts to come together, and music kind of just makes the world happier, makes people smile. You know.
But every other job can relate to music. If you're a doctor, you have to listen to music. You're a teacher, you have to have music.
True.
That's why when you're blessed to be a musician, you can be in any situation and just express it by playing music, or
Sure.
listening at least,
Sure.
or singing.
Sure. And this is why I met you. I think this is no coincidence that we met. We have the same interest and this love for music. So music is a universal spirit throughout the world. You know, people could be on Mars or Jupiter.
Right.
Doesn't have to be Bahrain. You know, you see my Bahrain cap. Bahrain actually is an island of Saudi Arabia. Bahrain is not in Dubai. It takes an hour to fly from Bahrain to Dubai. People think I'm in Dubai all the time. Bahrain is an island next to Qatar. Everybody knows Doha because of Qatar Airways now.
Right. And it's close to
And Bahrain
Saudi.
is 20 minutes, 30 minutes flight from here. So here I am.
So you recommend people to come to Bahrain?
Of course, this is my 4th visit to Bahrain. Bahrain is one of the most friendliest countries in the world as far as Google. Not the happiest, like Denmark and Norway, the happy. No, friendliest countries. Because that's the difference between people being happy. You know, it was very hospitable, like Ubuntu, like us. Very communal, very welcoming. You know. No, Bahrain will always be special in my life because I think it's 12 years as I've come and gone in the 17 years that I've been here. So I got a very good sense of Bahrain.
Well, thank you so much for coming here at least and making it all the way. And I believe that Bahrain is a nice place. Little space, but with big hearts.
Sure, that's true.
And what they say is it's not a coincidence that you're here. And you're, of course, at the Ritz-Carlton at the moment.
That's right, Ritz-Carlton.
Ritz-Carlton at the moment.
This song is by Dave Brubeck called Weeping. I heard this song 30 years ago by a lady that tried to commit suicide. She had a gun to her head and she showed me the scars from this side to that side. And she was at the UCT, and she brought me the sheet music and it reminds me of kind of like George Shearing type of chords, very close chords. Somewhere over the rainbow. I like type of things like that. I even like Arabic music from Egypt. See, so I picked up little bits. I'm still learning. I mean, after playing for 40 years, it's like I'm still learning more stuff, and I think that's the thing that keeps my hair on my head still keeps me young, because I don't want to stop learning. And I've always said that. I said to a friend of mine long ago, Paul Peterson, who got me to play as a living. I said, the biggest fear I have is to stagnate, because when people start thinking or learning, they start getting old, and things creep in. And I think this is why music is a precious thing. Keeps the dementia and the amnesia away. Not that I'm perfect, I do forget stuff in there, but
well, it is a
somehow,
medicine.
somehow it keeps away those mental illnesses, because that's something I'm very sort of reading up on, is that music kind of keeps you young, because you're doing this juggling thing in your head to create new brain cells. There you gone off.
No, it's okay.
All right.
That's
it. I think we've gone more than 15 minutes. You can edit.
No worries. Cool.
So that you see how much there's so much to cover in my head. You see how much there's so much going on in my head as to what I can share with people and what I can give. Because sometimes I just think, I'm just playing. I'm doing a gig. But the people always ask me, can't you teach us? And I'm thinking, I'm just here for 6 months. I don't want to disappoint you. If I'm here for 5 years, I'll set up a school. I know Bahrain is giving us. I'll set up a school and do it properly, register myself, and start lessons and stuff, because I think there's a wide experience, because a lot of teachers don't have this. They only want to teach the child classics. They only want to teach the child jazz. If the child is playing with everything, every toy, why limit them to just one car when you can give them 5 cars?
Yeah.
Right? It's like people, I was a lawyer, now I'm into selling stock,
True.
So diversity and choices in your life, they're never ending. That's weird. Never done that before.